What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another adventure with the Bearded Bobber. And today's adventure, I just want to shoot the shit with you guys. No, we are... one thing, real quick. I'm sorry about my voice. If you guys follow me on Instagram, which of course you should, I went to a sporting event yesterday. I went to play... I watched football in LA. My voice is gone. I'm a big part of like wanting to cheer and get with the crowd and get them riled up and get them going and all those things. So my voice is kind of gone. That's unfortunate, but I think we can make it through this. Now, what I want to talk about today is a lot of news we're hearing. We're hearing a lot of we're hearing new news. Not a lot of news, new news about the Indian Scout Rogue. I've had people ask me what do I know? Like, what do I know about it? And like, what do I feel about it? What do I think it's going to be? These questions are popping up. Now, so we do know that it's coming. We know that's happening. We've got new VIN tag numbers, things being lined up with CHP and stuff like that, things that Indian has to do that, of course there's people in the background always finding. So this stuff's getting posted on forums and things like that. Things that break down the code, that we know it's a mid-size, the same as the Scouts. We know that the T in the VIN means that it's going for the Scout Bobbers and Scout 60s, and then the same, we have the two different numbers for the motor sizes. So that's what we know. So we know something on the Bobber platform, but they're not using the name with the Bobber. So what could they be doing? Now, my first initial thought was, okay, they're doing a blacked out frame Scout, maybe a Scout Darkhorse, like not just flat black or not just a new matte smoke finish. They're going to black out the frame and do some more dark accents and give people what they wanted for a long time. That being said, the Scout 60 is already on that platform, but everything with the T, the Bobber line, Scout Bobber 60, Bobber 20. Why is it on the Bobber platform? These are questions I have that I have no answer to. I have my thoughts, and I feel like I have expectations just going all the way up. And I feel like they're gonna be not. So, couple ideas is this could be a model that it's probably gonna get brought here because they're talking about models being in other countries, and I feel like a lot of smaller motors, if we start doing that, are gonna really get what gets pushed over there, because in other countries smaller motors do better for many reasons. Insurance is a big one. I believe it's Italy. You pay off of the CC, and so if you have a big CC versus a little moped, you're paying a lot more just in insurance. So that can be a real pain in the butt. I believe I'm saying that right. I know I was talking to Open Rotor Chris about this a while back on a live stream. So there's a lot to be speculated with that. All the numbers we're getting here in the States, I have a hard time seeing what they're going to do. Now, you guys know I've been calling for and asking, I'm like, okay, this is what we want. I love the Scout being stripped down. I don't know if I would trade mine for one that had more features like the new Chief, but it'd be nice to have, especially if you travel. Now, and most people are like, well, you're not going to travel in the Bomber. Well, I like to do stuff people don't do, I guess. I did add better shocks, for the Bobber, and a better seat, and sissy bar, and I can carry storage, and I've taken in 300-mile trips, and I'm kind of mad I didn't take it to Sturgis like Meatball Rebel took his. So these things factor in, and with GPS and the new TAC and new tech, and you have the Sportster S out there doing these things on a small motorcycle, especially when you're in city and you're trying to look for routes. GPS can be a real big factor in not just wanting to put your phone on your handlebars. So we could be getting that. That could be what it is. But I feel like that is going to be a model in its own of like Indian Scout Bobber Sport. And I hate saying sport. So when I heard Rogue, I went, okay, we could be Rogue. The Rogue could be that. But the Rogue is a better name and for them to be using on another platform as in they did the Bobber. What they could be doing, it's hard to say. I don't see this being an adventure bike or something completely different, because we're getting those numbers for the bobber. And like, so there was a lot of speculation that we're going to go with the Indian Scout Rogue. It's going to be another Scout. I would imagine, I guess, how other bike brands have done their bike, and they've done like another number, you know, or like another version of that bike. And, you know, where we have the FTR, and I feel like that's going to be the base to build off an adventure bike. You know, if it was the FTR Rogue or whatever, and we've already had the Rogue Edition parts for these motorcycles. So that also throws me off. They're going away from just using the name as their part line of like, here's the Rogue series of parts, you know, which is usually a different seat, lights, darker, usually the darker like kind of stuff that they've done for multiple motorcycles already, smoked lenses and things like that. Now we gotta wonder, are they gonna go that crazy with it, or is it just really gonna be their version of Darkhorse for the smaller motorcycles? And if that's the case, why is it just on the bobber, which the bobber already was kind of like their blacked out version? What could they do more? Because you got to feel like there's got to be something more or different. Are we taking another left turn? Are we doing some kind of dirt track kind of bike? Which at that point, where are you going to go on a lowered bobber in the dirt? Which Brandon Picasso has shown you could do that, but that's a whole nother thing. It's just, you can push all kinds of bikes in that. What are we really going to get out of this? Now, I know there was talk that the Victory had an idea for the Rogue before. I don't have a clue what it was. You know, Victory is not here, so we don't know. I don't know what it was going to be. I don't know anybody know. Who knows what it was going to be? And they like using that name Rogue because it's a cool name. It's good to use. But why are we pushing it further? What are they pushing further? Are we going to know soon? Because it was like these kind of year things, and we're not seeing it yet. I mean, these are days old from what I'm seeing, and if you guys have more information, I want to know. I want to know. I like, what is it? You know, what's going on? I'm always excited to hear new thoughts, and I want to see what you guys think it's going to be. I do believe the Indian Challenger is going to have a, for lack of a better term, big brother. We have the Chieftain and we have the Roadmaster. So I believe we're going to have that very, very soon for the Challenger. Now, if you guys don't already know, and I've talked about it on videos, I know I did the videos of like the new Indian line, and it sounds kind of basic just talking about what's online, but people ask for it. I get bad comments, a couple of them here and there, of people, well, dude, all you're doing is reading the website. That's great, man. Some people want that, and when I don't make those videos, people get mad about it. So it's a weird world we live in. But the Indian Challenger has new lower fairings coming out with a variety of parts, with either compartments or speakers, and you really got to pick. So hopefully I'm going to get my hands on those fairings in the near future, because you guys already know I did the trunk, but I do it with the trunks on, trunks off. So the same thing I would do if I ended up getting a Roadmaster or something. I'd strip it down to the Chieftain, or I'd build it back up to the Roadmaster, depending on my needs and wants. So I'm going on a long trip. The trunk is fantastic. I love using the trunk on the Challenger on a long trip. It makes life easy. My sissy bar was fantastic as well. It's really just a difference. Like, the trunk definitely makes it, you can lock stuff up and go. So having those lower fairings on there would have been nice for the cold weather hitting my legs, and like helping the heat build up and stay there with me on those long trips. What is that going to be called? You know, I don't know if they're going to go with a whole nother name. It kind of feels like they would, but then that leads me back to the Scout. Like, why are we getting a Rogue? And if it was on the base Scout platform, now this is where I start to spiral. Once again, sorry about my voice. This Indian Scout, if it was just the Indian Scout Rogue and it was on the Indian Scout platform, better for the traveling suspension and smoother ride, then I would think we're really focusing in on a Scout Darkhorse model. I would like black out the frame. Awesome. Black out more parts, add navigation, you know, just like the Chief, something more people are going to want to tour on. Could this mean bigger gas tank? Could this mean different things? I don't think it would take a whole lot to just add a few things, make it a little bit bigger. People want that already. It doesn't, there's so many things factoring into this of just building us up and leading us to, all right, it's just got different decals on it. And I really hope that's not the case. You know, we had the Bobber 20, so we knew that was like the Bobber. Maybe the Scout is just a Scout with Bobber-esque style things. Like, that could be a possibility as well. I don't know. What do you guys think? You guys, I really want to know. Let me know in the comments. I'm going to try to make some more videos here. I just, once again, probably have some rasp in my voice, so people think I'm going to have stuff that I don't. That's just unfortunate. But I got product reviews, different things coming out, different builds I've been doing on the bikes, new looks on the bikes. If you haven't seen, I have posted on Instagram. You need to go get a new picture of the Challenger with its new decal for the side. You know, I got a lot of things coming. I got some new stuff coming with Nikki's 2020 Indian Chief as well. If you guys haven't seen, I added hard bags to her Chief. Now, if you don't know, the Chief didn't come with hard bags. It was a leather bag kind of option. I added those. We added bars. We added a few things. We're going to make a whole video about that probably in about, I would imagine, in a few weeks. Like, I want to go over that whole bike. Trying to do, I got some bike reviews coming in, but longer, more content style reviews. I'm going to be getting a bike, maybe. I don't want to talk about it. I don't like jinxing myself. I don't want to tell you guys I'm getting something and it's not here. I want to be like, here it is, and then pull down the sheet and ta-da. But it's not here yet, so we gotta wait. And until then, that's what I got for you guys. Thank you guys so much. We got 2022, and I don't like saying it like that because it just sounds like 2022. 2020 was not a great year for everybody. Motorcycle trip wise, I had extra time on my hands to go out in the middle of nowhere and be away from everybody. I need more of that. I need some moto camping in my life, and I got that taken away from me in 2020. I didn't get to go do that. I ended up getting just shuffled aside right after our wedding. Bombshell and I's wedding gets shuffled off to the side. I want you guys to let me know if you've made it this far in the video. You could just put Killer Bees or something like that funny in the comments. It would be really cool if you did that, because Bombshell Biker, as you guys I've said before, is going to be making some content and putting it on my channel instead of her own. She doesn't make a whole lot of content. We're going to put some singing stuff on hers. I've talked about this before, but not everybody makes it this far in a video. So I want to get her Babe Ride Out experience with her sister, have her come talk about it with you guys. She didn't get a lot of footage, but you know, she can talk about it. I think they're already planning on doing this year's Babes Ride Out, which would be really cool. She's got a new job, so it's going to make it a little bit harder for her to make all those trips that she wants to make. We're planning for, I want to say Bring It Home, but it's Stubborn American 3. We're going to be planning that for Oklahoma in October, first weekend of October. So let me know if you guys are going to that. I want to meet people. I want to do these things. Last year was fantastic. It's Stubborn American 2. I'm adding the number to it myself. They haven't been saying it. Just Stubborn American. Adam Sandoval, fantastic to meet him, hang out with him. I met him at Bring It Home the first time. You know, Blacktop Devil, Her Two Wheels, Shade Tree Surgeon. You guys most likely saw the video. I posted it up. It was a great time. Can't wait to do it again. So thank you guys so much for being here and being part of the Bearded Army. I'm going to get out of here. You stay safe, stay classy, and I'll catch you on the next video.
The blackbird inside your chest that calls on you to cry. You decided